Economic and social rights are increasingly justiciable across a wide array of jurisdictions. Newly promulgated constitutions are recognizing economic and social rights as fundamental, legally enforceable rights. If you look at, for example, the tens of thousands of people in sub-Saharan Africa who would not have access to HIV medications but for litigation in South Africa and increasingly in other countries that really changed the discourse and the paradigm around HIV and made people think that these the people who had HIV in sub-Saharan Africa were not expendable, but were people who had rights and needed to be given access to medications. Service delivery providers as well as policymakers in health are really starting to consider human rights frameworks and rights-based approaches to health. I think that has to be placed in the context of a global political context and, in many cases, national political contexts where neoliberalism still exercises this virtually hegemonic grip on our collective imaginations, which precludes a real consideration and incorporation of economic and social rights into laws and policies and planning. CSR's contribution to the advancement of economic and social rights has really evolved and evolved appropriately over the last 20 years. It has always been a leader, but at the beginning of when the center was first founded, the job it had to do was to promote the idea that certain important issues in the world were human rights and social justice issues, as well as being a health issue or an education policy issue. They were also fundamental rights and justice issues. And I think we did that very well. But since then, we've needed to do more than take the rhetorical stand to say this is a matter of human rights. And we've developed important tools, a set of monitoring tools to actually measure progress in economic and social rights, which I think has been very useful to the whole human rights advocacy community, actually. And most recently, I think CSR has taken a lot of steps to bridge the development in human rights communities. With regard to the post-2015 development agenda, for example, it's really at the forefront of that intersection.